Welcome to the 170th anniversary of Jewish Family Services. We're delighted that you're all here tonight. We're delighted that so many people are supporting this wonderful program. First things first, we want to introduce you and thank our premier sponsor of tonight's event. First of all, the Neil Golub Family Foundation. Thank you. Also, the presenting sponsor tonight, the Masri family. People probably realize that the services that JFS provides and are made possible through their generosity and that of the many, many sponsors that you have seen on the screens and the signages tonight. And so, for the Golub family, the Masri family, and all the sponsors, how about a nice round of applause? We're here to honor JFS past, to celebrate its present, and to look forward to the future. And to help us tonight, we have Shira Ginsburg, the founder of Jewishly Ever After. And Shira is going to share the opening number of Bubby's Kitchen, which is her critically acclaimed one-woman show that tells the story of her family, the family of partisans, the Holocaust survivors, and the proud Jews. And I am just thrilled to welcome Shira Ginsburg to the stage.
Good evening, everybody. No. Good evening, everybody. There you go. It is a special honor and privilege to be able to sing this particular song for you because it all happened, the story of Bubby's Kitchen all happened just across the river in Troy, New York. Formica countertops, see how they shine. Bubby sweeping up the kitchen floor just one more time. Zadie's walking up the front steps. The soup is cooling on the stove. Set the table, one more napkin. Dad is running late. Rachie, one more plate. Zadie wants his paper. Shir could tell him please to wait. Okay, so what you have to understand is that the front door of the house is literally the entrance to Bubby's Kitchen. So it was always busy in here, always a hustle and a bustle, a balagan of people coming in and out and in and out, especially just before dinner time. White lace curtains frame the kitchen sink. More family arrives. Just another normal dinner at 103 Nairoy Drive. Shiny vinyl flowered paper lining every single wall. Neighbors sitting in the front yard. Everyone is there. Lev, grab one more chair. It's time to sit and listen to the stories they'd all share. At the center of it was this table, a simple kitchen table, a solid, sturdy wooden table, where I learned about life. Now, as a family of Jewish dairy farmers in Troy, New York, we were already a little different, but there was something else. There was something heavy that each one of us carried around. And as grandchildren of Holocaust survivors, we learned from a very young age how to become experts at reading between the lines. There was something dark. There were words that were unspoken, questions that were never asked, answers that were not complete. Storylines were often broken. As children, we played hide and seek and find we did. But turn around, and what we found Hide and seek was never just a game, not like games of other children. We were not like other children. Round and round the lazy Susan goes, each recipe a tale. Food enough to feed an army for a whole week without fail. Catalina dressed the salad. It could be used for milk or flesh. Rye bread served with mother's margarine. Zadie's eyes are shining bright and Bubby filled with such delight to see her children squished in tight, passing dishes left and right. Between the eating and the drinking and the laughing and debating, I was spinning, I was watching, I was listening to the stories. There were so many stories. Everybody had a story. Come, take a seat at the table, and I'll tell you a story. Thank you. So now that you've heard of Bubby's Kitchen, I can introduce a song from another musical you might have heard called Godspell. Have you heard of Godspell? Okay. So when your fabulous president and CEO, Jane Mark Ginsburg, asked me if I could perform, yes, she deserves a large round of applause. I thought a lot about the work that JFS does, and I really believe that the lyrics of this song, especially in this moment in our community's life, are incredibly, incredibly pertinent. Out of the ruins and rubble, out of the smoke, out of our night of struggle, can we hear a ray of hope? One pale thin ray reaching for the day. We can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but we can build a city of man. We may not reach the ending, but we can start slowly but truly mending, brick by brick, heart by heart. Now, maybe now, we start learning how we can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but we can build a city of man. When your faith is all but shattered, when your hope is all but killed, you can give up bitter and battered, or you can slowly start to build. Thank you.
Shira, thank you so much. Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And I think we all understand why all of Shira's performances are sold out, and I think we all realize why everybody wants her to officiate at their wedding. And now for another moving presentation. Focus your attention on the screen, and I think after watching this, you will realize why we are all here tonight.
We are JFS, serving all generations for generations. We are here to help and have since 1854, enriching the lives of individuals and families with compassionate human services.
We're keeping older adults connected through wellness, education, and social programs, and all kinds of celebrations.
We're here to help understand doctor's orders and keep medications organized.
We're making sure you can live at home, well and safely.
We're helping build resilience to navigate life's transitions.
We're helping the next generation confidently take on the world.
We're helping people find their smile, bringing engagement and good company.
The team of staff, donors, and volunteers make helping people possible.
The best part about volunteering for JFS is I get to take clients where they want to go.
And I have that personal connection of having somebody take me where I have to go.
It's very nice that you deliver these meals. It helps us to remain in our home and age properly.
I want to say thank you to the JFS chaplain for all he does for us.
Thank you to Jewish Family Service. I can call this place my home for my grandkids and my kids.
Thanks Jewish Family Services for concert, for celebration holiday, for helping premier for Russian TV. Спасибо. Thank you very much.
Thank you to JFS and their volunteers for food shopping for us during the pandemic when we had a newborn and couldn't go ourselves.
We are the board members that champion the supportive services JFS provides to people of all ages and backgrounds.
I made a life and legacy commitment to ensure that JFS is here for the community in the future.
We're a donor who believes in JFS and wants to ensure it continues to be a vital resource in our community, providing the support and services that people in our community need to thrive.
We are a congregation that relies on Jewish Family Services to support our community in a time of need.
We are JFS. We are here because our community needs us.
We can do what we do because of you, because of your support and belief in our mission. Together, we can do more, provide more, help more, because everyone needs a little help sometimes.
Back in the middle of the 1970s, Mark and I were at Albany High School together. Jane, when you were in high school, I don't know what outfits you wore to school every day back in the late 90s, but in the mid-70s, what? I was guessing. In the mid-70s, I'm sure I had faded jeans and a Rugger shirt, maybe some high-top sneakers, and perhaps a Letterman jacket. And then Mark would show up every day for school in a black three-piece suit and a pager, and people used to ask, is that Jake or is that Elwood? I remember one, I thought it was a humorous event in Miss King's English class, all right? This was 1975. It was my junior year. It was the first day of Mark's senior year. And on the first day of school, the teacher would take attendance, and she would do it alphabetically. And so when we get to the middle of the alphabet, the name she called was Richard Levine. And our friend Rick Levine was there. He raised his hand. He said, "It's Levine." And so next on the alphabetical list was Mark. Well, Mark Levine, are you here? And he said, "No, Ms. King, it's Levine." And she said, "Are you guys pulling my leg? What's going on here?" So the next person alphabetically was Dan Levy. And I didn't want to cause a ruckus. I said, "Here." And then Mark, sticking up for me, said, "Ms. King, he pronounces it Levy." And so the teacher got a little snarky. She said, "Well, I'm sorry, but I have a student second period who pronounces it Levy." And I said, "Well, who would that be, Miss King?" She said, "Joanne." So the people in the class knew, because everybody knew that Joanne is my sister. And that's when Mark stuck up for me again. He said, "Miss King, that happens to be Dan's sister, and I'm pretty sure they pronounce it the same way." So thank you, Mark. Many years later, following Mark on Facebook, he was posting videos of somebody who was stealing his newspaper on the front porch of the Memorial Chapel. I'm sure many of you people saw that. And so I contacted Mark. I said, "Mark, I'm just as frustrated and angry as you are." In his line of work, he needs to check the obits every morning to make sure names are spelled correctly, to make sure dates and everything is correct. And it was really a hardship, the newspaper not being there. I said, "Mark, why don't I come over? We'll do a story. Maybe we can catch the guy." So within a couple of days, they caught the guy. And what did Mark do? Did he want him punished? Did he want something bad to happen to him? What does Mark do? He invited this man and his family to Thanksgiving dinner. That's a true story. And he got a limousine, and he invited this family up to the Sagamore to have Thanksgiving dinner with him. That's the type of person Mark is, and that's why Mark and Jane are being honored here tonight. They are lifelong mensches, and it's just a pleasure to be a friend of yours and to have known you for so long. And congratulations on everything that's happening. And now I'll call upon Deb to come up and continue the program.
Good evening, everyone. We are so thrilled that you're all here. This feels like the biggest JFS hug imaginable. So I thank you all so much. I am Debbie Sokoler. I'm the chair of the board of JFS. How wonderful was that video? I got choked up when I saw it first. So a huge thank you to our amazing videographer, Tom Cahill, who helped put that together. So thank you. So welcome to my home. Now I have to explain this. Beth Emeth, yes, is my spiritual home. And as a congregant, I welcome you all here to Beth Emeth. But we're here to celebrate Jewish Family Services, and that is also an organization that I feel at home with. It's my home without walls, where I know that the work that I do for this organization is to help others feel at home, either literally in their home, or maybe more at home because JFS has offered support to help them feel better, emotionally or physically. We all want to feel safe and at home. The Hearst Media Center was so kind to open their doors to us when we began our planning for our celebration. The community support for JFS has been overwhelming, so much that we actually outgrew our original space. What a wonderful problem to have. And I think I can state for the board and staff that we truly appreciative of all your support and confidence in the work that JFS does. But there's something poetic in our having to move our venue to Beth Emeth. For back in 1854, finally something before my time, Jewish Family Services of Northeastern New York began with the establishment of a committee of Congregation Beth Emeth, devoted to the assistance of new immigrants and their families who came to Albany from Europe. So when I say I'm at home with JFS, it is truly quite meaningful to me in so many ways. So many thanks. Thank you to all who are here to celebrate our long history. Your support and confidence in all that JFS has done and will be doing in the future is essential to our success. If you've been enjoying this celebration, as I know I have, then you'll join me in thanking Band of Gold, for helping to create a wonderful atmosphere with their great music. And may I also point out, I don't know if he's in here or maybe grabbing a bite to eat, that the pianist is JFS's Vice Chair, Gary Sanders. Which means I get to rotate off, and he gets the job next year. This kind of party doesn't happen without the help of many hardworking volunteers, normally very busy people who find time to help. Thank you all for all of your help. In particular, thank you to our committee chairs, Julie Knox, Eileen Handelman, Karen Kent, and Jane Sanders, to the amazing JFS staff, who worked so hard to create this event down to every detail. Our steering committee, Monica Tan, Brandy Rowell, and Alana Kamenier. Thank you. I'm gonna miss my weekly meetings with them. A huge thank you to my co-chair, Lisa Finkel, and to Jane Ginsburg. You continue to amaze me. How much you do for this organization, and I think a lot of you here are a result of all that hard work. To Rabbi Bomzer, a former board member and long-term friend of JFS, also helped make tonight happen. Thank you. To our board, thank you for your continued commitment, support, and engagement, helping to ensure that JFS is here for generations to come. Finally, thank you, and I think they're still here, to Beth Emeth for opening up their doors without hesitation. Thank you, Rabbi Weitzman, Kathy Golderman, and Steve Squires. I hope Steve is around. In closing, I am so touched by the way our community has recognized all the good work that JF has done, and with your support and commitment, we will continue to offer vital services to our community. I'm hoping that you will join me in committing to a long-term and meaningful relationship to Jewish Family Services in the year to come. Thank you all so much.
Well, this is a time when we get to salute the mensches of the evening, and so for that, I'll call upon Julie Knox to present Jane and Mark with their award tonight.
Hello, everyone. It's difficult to express just how excited I am to be here tonight celebrating JFS's 170th anniversary. Our family has supported JFS for many years, and this year we've deepened our commitment as we honor JFS's remarkable milestone and as they build the Center for Resilience, helping to provide both space and the staff needed to offer safe, private counseling services. Speaking of resilience, it's truly an honor for me to present the Anshel Weiss Community Builders Award tonight to two individuals who exemplify that very quality. For over 3 decades, Jane and Mark have dedicated themselves to caring for this community, offering compassionate support to families in mourning. Their unwavering commitment to building resilience during the most difficult times, through thoughtful, professional care and a listening ear whenever it's needed, has earned them a stellar reputation and a lasting legacy at the Levine Memorial Chapel. It is with great pride that I present the 2024 Anshel Weiss Community Builders Award to Jane and Mark. Congratulations, and please come join me at the podium.
Sweet, thank you, dude. That's right.
Good evening, and thanks everyone for being here this evening. And as I look around and I see so many people, I had to stop and think, and I said to myself, gee, I think I'm gonna have a big funeral. Thank you, Julia. Jane and I are so very touched and truly humbled to be honored this evening by Jewish Family Services in conjunction with the celebration of their 170th anniversary. I can't say that I remember when JFS was first established, but we're all well aware of the incredible work that they have done to serve our community for generations. Receiving the Anshel Weiss Community Builders Award tonight, following in the footsteps of so many who have been the recipients of this prestigious community award, is in many ways the culmination of a career that both Jane and I were so fortunate to have had while serving our Jewish community here in the Capital District. When my father, Bob, of blessed memory, established the Levine Memorial Chapel in 1952, shortly before I was born, I believe my destiny was sealed, as the focus of much of my adult life was being mentored by my father as the incredible role model that he was, to work alongside him in the business. He emphasized compassion and mentored me to treat people as I'd want to be treated myself. Jane and I have been blessed to carry on his legacy after his untimely passing 32 years ago. Receiving this award from JFS truly resonates because just as JFS has been such an important agency serving the Jewish community and the Capital District community, the work that Jane and I were so privileged to do in our professional lives was very much the same, to try our very best to be there for our Jewish community at their great time of need. To us, it was a sacred task that we didn't take lightly and have valued the trust that all of you have placed in us to shepherd you through the darkest hours of your lives. The presence of so many who are here with us this evening and those who are not able to be here, but surely with us in spirit, is most appreciated and for which we are both very grateful. We would also thank the clergy that we worked so well with and alongside, and treasured the relationships we had with the clergy, working, like I said, so close to them, and we're grateful for that opportunity. Not only do Jane and I wish to congratulate those who are being honored tonight as mensches from the various synagogues and community agencies, but we also want to thank Jane Ginsburg, Monica Tan, and the entire staff and board members of JFS, chaired by Deb Sokoler, not only for selecting us to receive this award, but for all their time and effort into making this event as special and as wonderful as it is tonight. We would also like to thank and welcome our friends and family who have joined us this evening. We're all part of this incredible community and are most fortunate to have the leadership and the agencies that we do. May we all continue to work tirelessly in our efforts to serve those in need and together enrich the lives of those who are part of the fabric of this Jewish community. Jane joins me in thanking all of you for this wonderful honor being bestowed upon us this evening, and may we continue to go from strength to strength. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you.
I'll take a quick picture with you.
Thank you.
Again, Mark and Jane, congratulations. Glad you were able to find a dark suit to wear tonight. And, you truly embody serving humanity and humility. And so many here in this room know that. And now, for another past awardee and an incredible community builder himself, Neil Golub.
Thank you, sir. You're very welcome. Thank you. Hello, everybody. I am here tonight with my best daughter, Mona, who carries on our family tradition with great excellence. And it is a special privilege tonight. I have a friend down here by the name of Herm Ungerman. Back in 86 and 87, give Herm 93 years old. Give him a hand. Back in 87, he was chairman of the Federation in Albany, and I was chair in Schenectady, and we worked together to create this wonderful federation. I'm going to be very fast, and I have a short message. I was not fully aware of all the things that JFS was doing until Jane got a hold of me and started telling me, and Monica started telling me about all the things that JFS did. In Schenectady, I just never heard the message, and it seems to me that JFS has been mostly an Albany product. And so my commitment tonight, and I've talked to Rob Kovach, I am going to fund an effort, and we're going to find a way to elevate JFS in the capital region. Elevate it. They don't have the resources to do everything they're trying to do and they have to do. And I think if we do a good job of creating a brand that supports what they do, this community will be far ahead. That's my message, and that's what I'm going to do. Thank you. Short and sweet.
Jane Ginsburg, next to the podium.
Thank you, Dan, but thank you, Neil. You just brought me to tears. Thank you for your support and your kind words. JFS is an organization that builds resilience, one service at a time for one person at a time. Thank you to our event sponsors highlighted throughout the venue. Hopefully you've all seen them. Our honorary committee and each of you for your support of this milestone and endorsement of JFS. Sorry, I'm getting a little choked up. It's been, as I said in the video, together we can do more, provide more, and help more. Tonight, I am thrilled to announce that we will do just that. As Julie mentioned, we are officially unveiling our plans for the Center for Resilience as they come to fruition. With deepest thanks to the Mastery family for their inspirational support, to Neil Golub, whose generosity will name the group counseling room Jane's Room in memory of Jane Golub, and to retiring State Senator Neil Breslin for championing this event. This would not be possible without the support of Jewish Federation of Northeastern New York, led by Rob Kovach, and the expertise of Danny Sanders, who I hope is here tonight, and John Rosenblum. When we began planning this milestone celebration over a year ago, we couldn't have imagined the overwhelming response. But honoring Jane Mark Levine's lasting impact in the community is both special and well-deserved, and of course, it's an incredible testament to your service. And celebrating 170 years of continuously serving the Northeastern New York community is pretty great too, huh? While tonight we honor our history of doing good, serving the entire Northeastern New York community guided by Jewish values, we must also acknowledge that this is a challenging time for the Jewish community. Since October 7th, we've seen a surge in counseling requests from individuals, groups, partners, and I am so proud of our team for stepping up to talk to people about how to support one another. We are here for you, and we are here for good. I also need to take a pause to thank the dream team that put tonight together. Our committee, led by Deb Sokoler and Lisa Finkel. At the helm, you have outdone yourselves. Your support and endless attention to each step and telling me when to step back is unparalleled. Thank you to you, and thank you to my family for whom I need to step back, who support me in everything that I do. And my daughter, who's wearing the raffle necklace, so hopefully you're talking to her. Thank you also, I have to say, to our incredible staff, many of whom are around the room tonight, and I hope when you've seen people wearing these lovely name tags, our new name tags, our staff and our board, they do everything behind the scenes to make sure that everything you saw in that video and everything we do day to day supported is brought to fruition and realized. Thank you to our small committee, as mentioned, Ilana and Naomi Roeder behind the scenes, and I also have to thank Monica Tan and Brandy Rowell, who hopefully is in this room somewhere, for everything you do to put up with me and to make tonight incredible. JFS is about providing the essential resources to help people stay well supported and avoid crises. Please be sure to take the JFS toolkit, which was up here, and I think someone moved it, on your way out. It's something that we put together tonight to make sure that you understand that JFS is about helping people when they're looking for some guidance and some help in whatever it is that they can do. And now, to our mensches. Each year, we've been celebrating our community's mensches and the unsung heroes of our community virtually. And while I have really loved that format, I'm so honored to toast the mensches tonight in person. So let's now please raise a glass to the following mensches as I read out their name, most of whom we're here to celebrate tonight. Nancy Allen, Zakar Berkovich, I hope you heard me say Zakar Berkovich, Ken Carpenter, Karen Davda, Annette Farkas, Bob and Lauren Finkel, Linda Gelman, Sally Goldberg, Michelle Fisher-Gomez and Bess Wadler, Scott Hollander, Daniel and Tammy Kaufman, Shayna Kudan, Susan Kushner of blessed memory, Daniela Steinberg-Lanz, Linda and Dana Mandel, Neil Packer, Larry and Clara Sanders, Alex Schoenbart, Howie and Bettina Stoller, Ellen and Stan Strauss, Phyllis Wang, and Carl Yessi. The mensches are the volunteers who do the good work, the essential behind-the-scenes work. So if you're one of the mensches that I just mentioned, or a mensch from the past, because I know that there are so many here, and we have our signs on the back of the wall too, please raise your glow stick high so we can shine a light on you. And if you're a current awardee or a past Anshel White Committee awardee, Community Builders awardee, please raise your glow stick high. And I know if you don't have glow sticks still, you can raise your hands. If you are a current or past JFS board member, and I also know we have several past JFS presidents in this room tonight, Steve Ribner, Steve Lobel, Herm Ungerman, others, please raise your glow stick high. If you have been a past or are a current JFS volunteer, raise your glow stick high. If you're a current JFS staff member, raise your glow stick. If you or have a family member that has been supported by JFS in any way, please raise your glow stick high. And finally, if you're someone who believes in JFS, who supports our mission and enables us to do the good, please raise your glow stick high. Look around. It takes a community to care for a community, and this is community. This is JFS.
And tonight, we have shared JFS's story, we've celebrated, and we've looked toward the future, and your support will continue to write the story and tell that story. It is a never-ending story. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here tonight. Have a pleasant night and have a wonderful holiday season, everyone. Good night.